Hello, everyone. My name is Jacquece Moore, and I am so excited to be here, you guys. A little bit about me. I am a mom of a child who has autism, and oh my goodness, Jasmine, 9 years old now, but at age 7, she was diagnosed with autism, speech delay, and global development delay. Okay. And so all that information, first hearing all of this, and it's been a journey, but I'm here to definitely talk to you all and definitely share my journey and um, just information about global delay and autism. But a little bit about me: I am a teacher. I'm an English second language instructor. I'm getting my master's in English second language. I'm homeschooling my daughter, and pandemic has actually, it has turned around. In spite of the pandemic, is definitely have been such a blessing because I'm now focusing on, like all day hustle and bustling all the time, and to actually have the moment to be with Jasmine and understanding her. And at first it was stressful because I'm like, I don't know what to do. And so I'm going to talk to you all a little bit about, my platform a little bit later. You see the screen that says Learning with Jasmine. I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit later. But it's been definitely a moment of relief, And so I'm here to definitely give some insight. So global development delay is something I'm not really good with, medical terminology or whatever. And so someone basically broke it down for me. They said they feed off of their environment, global environment, the world. And so I really did not pick that up until after the pandemic. Because for the past 2 years, I was wondering why, and what's going on with my baby, because, you know, she's always been the type of person that will always, laugh and, have fun and joke and smile and whatever. But then all of a sudden she would just, snap. And that's what I call it, snap. But I didn't understand about autism. I didn't know about the brain. I didn't know about anything. And so I was very clueless. Like I said, the process and the journey. This is like the who I am now. If you've ever been following me on my page, Learning with Jasmine, and you see all the hype and you see all that, but it took 2 years to get to where I am. I didn't know about autism. All I knew about was, some children have autism, some children do not. So Colleen says, I've been so interested in what global development delay is. Both my children are 3 years old and 5-year-old, levels ASD and global development delay. Yeah. So basically what it is they feed off of your energy, feed off of sensory. It basically, your energy connects with their energy. I mean, that's just, any child, you're about to have a baby, and there's, the happy mommy, happy baby, healthy baby. That's what they say. What they say about, the energy in the household determines about the children, energy. But with children with autism, global delay, it's extra. Like there's extra strength when you're trying to, calm, well, at least for Jasmine, it's very much extra strength. And I'm like, how in the world did you get this extra strength? But there's two there's two wars. That's what I was told. There was two wars: autism and global delay. So autism, they will have like a behavior. They may have a meltdown, but then global delay, they're feeding off of that energy. So it's double it's double of the energy. So when it comes down to knowing global delay, I had to get to the point that, first of all, I had to be educated. Definitely, parents, please just don't, listen to the expertise, which is great, but then ask questions like, okay, what did you do today with my child? What does this mean? Educate yourself, definitely. But I didn't have that mindset at first. So there's always a power struggle. Plus, I am very how do I call it? I'm very strong in whatever I do and whatever I say. And so the simple fact that there is a power struggle, my personality feeds over her personality. Okay. So Colleen, definitely make sure that your energy, positive energy. I know you're doing an awesome job. I'm just letting you know you're doing an awesome job. Your positive energy, your just inner self feeling about life, and okay, I don't know what today may bring, but it's gonna be good. Just feed off of your energy first, and then approach your children. Okay, and so that's how I had to, after the pandemic, after I realized, oh my goodness, Jasmine's actually in my house 24/7. I have to do something because this biting, hitting, and throwing and pulling hair and destroying room. I can't keep on having this. Well, because my energy, was, I felt like it was okay, but it wasn't great because I was boiling in my skin. Why was I boiling my skin? Well, maybe because I didn't sleep so well that night. Maybe because I was stressed over a bill. Maybe I was, whatever it was, internally, they feed off of that energy. That's what global development delay is. Okay, the psychiatrist took away his global development delay and said his delays are due to the moderate intellectual disability. I think he is still developmentally delayed. The psychiatrist said he's 5 developmentally delayed, but he's 7. I'm confused. Okay, I really don't know about intellectual disability itself, but here's a side note, Kiana. My page, Learning with Jasmine, I told you all I'm going to talk about Learning with Jasmine later, but this is definitely a good moment right here. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And I literally just did a interview with a intellectual development disability specialist on my page. It's on the video. Okay, so look on Let's Chat on my page, Learning with Jasmine, Let's Chat, intellectual development disability. I would definitely talk to someone else. I think, sometimes, I'm not knocking whoever the psychiatrist is, but I think sometimes that we don't, as a community, do not listen to parents, if that makes sense. So if you feel like that, if you're unsure, you think he still have developmental delay, I definitely do not, I really don't want you to look at somebody else. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, respectfully, because we know our children. They don't know our children, okay? So we definitely know our children, and that's exactly how I have lived. Um, there's so many tests that people recommend for children with autism and whatever, and I had to tell the doctors this is too much. This is too much. I cannot keep on going to different I mean, like it was like 7 in like 6 months, like sticking her and poking at her. And I'm like, no, this is too much. Because the energy when it was like, okay, Jasmine, we're gonna go to the doctor. I mean, it was a moment right there before we even went to the doctor, and then after and during the doctor office, and then after the doctor's office. And for what? You know, yes, there's some things that we just have to do, but there's extra things that I've researched, like oh, this is for them to get the research. I don't want them to have no research. I don't want to advocate for my child, and that's exactly what I have done. Okay, and so I definitely recommend whatever you feel as a parent, do it. Okay? Do it. Because at the end of the day, you have to take care of your children. Okay? And so definitely talk to someone else about development delay. Definitely. I think a lot of times there is a title development delay, and then that's fine, well and good, whatever. What can we do in that time frame that there's development delay? But then I think that they just stop it because, oh my goodness, she has a development delay. I mean, she had a development delay. Jasmine had a development delay, but then she wasn't being taught the last school year before during the pandemic, and then it stopped in June. I had to pull her out of the school system because I realized that, okay, she had a development delay. You're teaching her kindergarten work in 2nd grade. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Just because you have development delay doesn't mean you don't, as a teacher, don't teach her stuff that she's supposed to teach in 2nd grade. She should teach her kindergarten work. So as a parent, we have to definitely, oh, from DC, hi, I'm from Maryland, hey, requires additional testing. Yes, development delay requires additional testing. But definitely, I recommend whatever the testing is and whatever they say development delay, whatever that is, make sure parents that you follow up on things. And if it doesn't sit well with you, like it didn't sit with me, I was a parent who was like, okay, where's the homework? Where's this? Where's that? And I didn't get it. There was a meeting. And then finally, because of the pandemic, there was no meeting. And I realized from the teacher's statement, oh, well, she did really good with kindergarten work. Oh, no. Oh, no. In 2nd grade? Oh, no. And so I wasn't too happy with that answer. And that's exactly how I went about it. Okay. So I definitely recommend you as a parent, whether you have the childhood autism or not, you always want to make sure that you follow up. Okay. I was a teacher for preschool at daycares for years before I became a mom. So definitely I recommend you always following up to, with children. It is an umbrella team for we don't know what to tell you. What can you make it more clear what umbrella term? I'm sorry, not team, term. With the label of global development delay, I haven't noticed any extra services. Is there services that go with? Actually, I don't think so. I have not heard about global development delay extra services. It is just, and that, let me put this into the realness of what happened with Jasmine and me. So Jasmine would not react to the environment, people's energy in a negative way until she came home. Okay. So it was me. It was me. I didn't realize, I didn't want to say it, I didn't want to admit to it until later on. I just had enough. And it was me that was affecting her. But she was in school and she was all happy, but she came home, maybe because she was tired, maybe whatever. But my energy was probably tiredness too. So, I love my child. It's just that it was a different type of energy that someone else had more positive outcome than me. Okay. Hello, Tammy. Okay, Kiana, the school system put my son in regular kindergarten. He flunked out and I took him out, and now he's in special needs private school. He's in a developmental class right now. He's not doing academics yet because he isn't ready for it. Okay. So, this, not knocking the school system, not knocking any school system because they are doing the overall, they're having that, because children with autism or any type of development delay or whatever, you know, when I have dyslexia, you guys. So dyslexia when I was in 5th grade was not known. Okay. So they're actually doing much better when it comes down to the academic. However, I think when there's a label, okay, there's some here's the thing. Most teachers are not special ed teachers qualified. So then you have them in an inclusion program, which I recommend if you're going to, or a special needs private school, which I recommend. There's nothing wrong with any of those things. Okay. But definitely find out what are their qualifications. Okay. I understand completely what you're saying. Okay. Flunked out, had a bad experience, with a regular kindergarten classroom. I definitely recommend, definitely understand that. He's in developmental class right now. Okay. But he's not doing academics. Okay. So the thing about it is not doing academics, you have to make sure what is he supposed to know in kindergarten, okay, Kiana? And then what can you do at home? I'm very big on collaboration. I'm very big on connection, okay? And so home, school, home, definitely. And if it bugs them, you're doing it great. What is global development delay? Okay, Tammy again. Someone told me it is about the environment that you're in. Okay, so Tammy. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna break it more down. Okay, so as adults, we are hungry, sleepy. We may want to watch TV. Okay, hungry, sleepy, want to watch TV. Those are three things. Those are three things that we are feeling right now. We're hungry, we're sleepy, and we want to watch TV. So what are the first thing that we might want to do? We might want to eat, right? Yeah, probably want. So we're feeding off of that one energy, okay? That's what we have to do. We're eating. And then maybe we might want to put them on TV, but then we might fall asleep, okay? But we're doing all three in a good timing manner. Okay, so that's our feeling, that's our emotions, that's our energy around us, okay? But then a child who may not have may have a speech delay and may not, articulate the feelings and what they want to do. For Jasmine, it could be like 5 or 7 things. I mean, like you literally would hear her say when she has had her meltdowns, I'm hungry, I want to go to the bathroom, I'm sleepy. I mean, all those things all at once. And then now you have someone who has an energy of like, when I was raised, you don't hit. That's how I was raised. Okay. You don't have a tantrum. That's how I was raised. You know, you use your words. That's how I was raised. And there's nothing wrong with that. But now I have my energy that I grew up. I had, I experienced that. And then now I'm trying to understand a child who is actually doing the opposite of what I was taught. So that now global delay is a fight. Internally, it's a fight. And it cannot connect with each other until one person basically stops. So the energy for me as the adult, as the mom, I have to calm my spirit down. I have to breathe. I have to do everything that I want my daughter to do. And then she feeds off like, okay. And then we can talk about it later on. Okay. So there was something that popped up. I'm not sure if I saw it or not. But yes, I hope, Tammy, you understand a little bit more about global delay and everyone else. This is good, you guys. Come on. I definitely will love the questions. Okay. Is it on? Okay. It's coming up. Okay. They put my son as significant development delay on his IEP. He got pulled out 15 hours per week in public school. Yeah, pullouts, you guys. I was a pullout. I had dyslexia. I was a pullout. There's nothing wrong with pullouts. However, I personally, this is from just having dyslexia. Pull out for me was a struggle because you can't go back. The teacher does not stop the lesson. Hint, hint. Okay, so if you think that your child is getting the same information, they're not. Okay, they cannot stop whenever they come back. Whether it's virtually or whatever it is, they don't review until the test. So when they pull out Kiana, when did they pull out? Did they pull out in reading? So what's information that your child missed in reading? You need to get that. What information that they miss in math? You need to get that, because what happens is No Child Left Behind is really a No Child Left Behind. For those who don't know about No Child Left Behind, it's a real law that went on to like every child. I forgot that all terminology. I should be in trouble if I forgot that terminology, but it's an actual law. And they're saying that every child deserves success. And so when, we have so many factors, well, we're still going to push them. Do you have access to an advocate? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, please. When we push the child, okay, to another school, okay, I mean to another a classroom, another grade, then No Child Left Behind. But actually, if we don't, as parents, know what they miss when there's pullouts, there is actually going to be No Child Left Behind internally because they already missed the information. Okay. All right. So someone asked about access to an advocate. So I am an advocate. I'm a mom parent. I'm an advocate. I'm definitely an advocate. You guys, Learning with Jasmine, Facebook, LinkedIn, one word, Learning with Jasmine, what you see on the screen, Learning with Jasmine, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. I am definitely an advocate. You guys, I'm in the USA. You can call me in the USA. My information is on Learning with Jasmine on Facebook. I also have an email, so you can always email. Colleen, I'm going to now be so much more aware. Okay, awesome. That is what is happening with my son. Okay. So definitely, everyone, make sure that if you have any questions, definitely you can contact me off of here. I will be If you want to literally vent, Jacquece, I'm not having a great day, I will be here. Okay, this is all coming on me. My son was ADHD and anxiety. Now they diagnosed him with autism. Okay, and I think Jasmine has a little bit of ADHD, and ADHD and autism is like this. Okay, it might touch each other. Okay, but definitely we are here. We are all in this together, and I have definitely have be very available to help you guys. Okay, I'm in recovery also, so there is a lot of my baby boy. Okay, so no problem, Tammy. Definitely, if you're in the USA, you can definitely call me. I'm just asking no why after 10 o'clock p.m. you guys, but yes. You ever use a sensory brush with your daughter? Okay, sensory brush. No, I have not. But definitely, this is sensory issues with autism, children with autism. So I think for the sensory part, that is also a part of the global delay. So you have autism, you have global delay, and then you have sensory that come, so definitely, you guys, make sure you are internally okay. All right. That's what global development is. So it's what it does is basically it checks you as a parent. Okay. And my stress over the pandemic, guess what? It's going to feed off. It's going to give that energy. Let me tell you guys, in 4 months, Jasmine's behavior has decreased 90%. 90, 90, okay? 90. So it can work. And I'm going to give you some insights of how it can work in a few minutes. But I wanted to talk to you, Colleen, about sensory brush. No, is that with the is that for the teeth or is that for the hair? Can you kind of explain that a little bit more? I don't know about those type of things. I know for brushing your teeth is a little challenge. So I actually have a picture on my Learning with Jasmine page. I've now learned how to brush your teeth without no issues. Thank you. So let me give you an example. Okay, so there's Jasmine right here. Jasmine is standing in front of me. Jasmine's arms are above her head. I'm holding her elbow. Okay, so she's like this. I'm right behind her. And then I get her brush and I brush her teeth. And let me tell you that it has actually decreased because now I'm in control of her, but I'm holding her gently. Her arms are up. I'm resting. It's okay, Jasmine. And I'm brushing her teeth like that. That's been 2 days. Before it's like, come on, girl, open your mouth. And so it actually works. Okay, sensory brush for the skin. No, I have not. Okay. Oh, let me, you guys, let me write this down. Sensory brush for the skin. No, I have not. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. Having these moments of when we're talking, we're helping each other. Okay, he wasn't getting the same information. He was being taught on the pre-K level. He got pulled out for math, reading, language, arts, speech, and okay. So speech and occupational therapy is different. Okay, that's the type of learning that is different. It will help with the IEP. Now the pull out time, Kiana, math, reading, language, arts, those are the windows that you need as a parent need to know what they are doing that day and what did your child miss. I know that's a lot on you, but I'm going to tell you this right now. My mother, after my mother being educated, after my mother found out all about that and understood what was going on, she was, okay, so you were reading chapter 8. Okay, so let's review chapter 8 at home. Okay, so that's what we were doing. Okay, and being have the dyslexia, I was having trouble with reading itself. So this was back in the day, when we had tape recorders. She would actually tape herself read the entire chapter, and would listen to it the next day at school. So that my mom has definitely been an advocate for me. So I'm an advocate for Jasmine. Okay, sensory brushes are for kinesthetic. Okay. All right. So sensory brushes. Okay. Did not know that. For the skin. Where are you, Tammy? I'm located in Maryland. I'm in Maryland, USA. Melissa, my son was refused services for 2 years. Finally got some help, but won't acknowledge autism. Gave a diagnosis of emotional disturbed. There's some words cut off, restrained for 1.5 years. Okay. My son was refused services for 2 years. So I'm not sure what refused services. You mean the system did not allow them? Because that's not legal. Okay. So if if the system did not allow services, that's illegal. I'm just letting you know. Okay. So can you kind of verify that? Okay, but diagnosed or emotional disturbed. Okay, so again, so now we have emotional disturbed. Okay, now autism and emotional disturbed, there's similar outcomes. So, global delay is about your environment. So if there's positive environment, if there's negative environment, there is something, okay? So emotional could be a little bit more. I'm not sure. So I'm not going to go into further details. I don't know about emotional disturbance. Maybe that's something I can just try to find somebody who's a specialist to talk about on my page. But again, there's emotions, there's feelings, so definitely, Melissa, I would tap into that when those moments come up. Okay, so, call your child's name, and tell me how you feel. Yeah. Tap into the feelings, because what it's doing is it's getting a negative response. You need to make it sure it's a positive response. So their emotions are okay to have. Now, how can we make it sure that it's positive outcome? Okay. I'm in grad school for applied behavior analysis. I also have a son on the spectrum. Okay, yes, I'm thinking about doing the same thing after I finish my master's. I'm always in school. Okay, Melissa, his diagnosis of autism came from a pediatrician, neurologist, and psychiatrist. Okay, distraught gave emotional disturb. Okay, yeah. So again, tap into those emotions. Whenever it flares up, tap into it. With Jasmine, before I was, and then talk, basically looking at the behavior, then the actual feelings. Do that, you guys. Do that, because when you look at the behavior and not the emotions, not the feelings, it actually makes it worse. Just letting you know. Okay, so tap into the emotions. And then later on, you can talk about the behavior later on. Like 30 minutes ago, Jasmine, you pulled mommy's hair. I didn't like that. It's okay to say, I didn't like that. Can you not do that to me? Yeah, because you're teaching your child space. Come on now. So, okay, Linda, a diagnosis of emotional disturbance or autism don't have to stand alone. They can exist together. Yes, anything. I want to. Anything can be alone. Anything can be definitely together, because the environment, you guys, we have so many toxins in this world, in this air, and then the COVID. Oh my goodness, that's emotions. I was just playing with my friend, and then now I can't go. Why can't I go to school, mommy? And all, those are emotions, and those are valid emotions, okay? And we have to, as parents, we need to tap into that and make sure that's where it comes down to mental health and, understanding, the world and the space, and you're allowed to say, I didn't like that. Can you not do that again? Oh, and then John will give hugs and I always say at the end of the day, whatever it looks like to you, hug it out, kiss it out, talk about it, whatever it is, whatever you can get past. And then at that moment from when you had that close of what happened 5 minutes ago, then you allow your child to have that privilege for the next whenever up to that time. So for example, it could be like, okay, get them in the morning, and right now it's transitioning time with Jasmine is challenge, and especially going to the bathroom. Like, I don't know why she likes to hold her urine for hours. Can y'all give me some feedback? I'm a parent still trying to figure out, but that's what it is, okay? And there could be a tantrum because I don't want to stop what I'm doing, and then now mommy's telling me what to do. And so I say, now I'll be like, I really would like for you to go to the bathroom. And sometimes it'd be like, okay, mommy. And then some days it's like, like I'm going to have my moment. And then whatever I feed off of that, if I say, okay, well, it's up to you, and I walk away, she'll go to the bathroom. If I continue on because the energy is building up, then she'll have them. So that's just information, you guys. Okay, so so Leslie is talking to Melissa and asking about the DMDD. My son was diagnosed with ADHD combination, okay? And mood disorders, okay? So again, Leslie, tap into the mood. Just because there is a disorder diagnosis, you guys, there is always hope. All right, there's always hope. And then the turnaround is you tap into the diagnosis. So you have autism and all those things that list of autism, okay? And ADHD, the list of ADHD. Okay, if they're hyper, if they're moving, let them move. We're okay. You have ADHD. Okay, sit down. That's gonna make them have that moment. Okay, mood disorder. Then let's tap into give faces, circles, and sad face, and talk about the moods. Every single moment that you. Okay, what subject do you want to look at right now? I don't want to do math. Okay, then what do you want to do? I want to do reading. Okay, then I'm reading I feel happy that it's reading. Oh, are you happy that's reading time? Yeah. So you tap into whatever the disorder or the diagnosis is. You look at all the things that they say, that may be happening, and then you tap into it and make it positive. That's what I've been doing, and that's been working, you guys. You can use positive reinforcement to improve tolerance. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Anything. There's, the little seat for the little toddler, that go in the bathroom. It's more comfortable for Jasmine. She's 9. She still uses it. And I was like at the Walmart a couple days ago, and I was like, oh, you don't need a new one. We can just throw the old one around. That was like, okay, mommy. But when we got home about to throw it away, she was about to have it on me. And I was like, okay, never mind. I'll just buy you a new one. Because the other seat cover is tearing up. She's 9. And I'm thinking she's 9. Okay. But it's comfortable for her because she feels like she's falling in when it comes down. So she will not go to the bathroom if the seat is not on the toilet. So right there, that is positive reinforcement because she put her seat on there and I'm doing it, mommy. And there you go. All right, Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey. Awesome. Yes. So that's exactly what. Okay, so behaviors have definitely decreased. A negative behavior definitely decreased. I've learned after learning about myself and finally admitting it was me that was basically giving off negative behavior with Jasmine. I have researched and I have come to conclusion and, have people on my show that basically told me about uh, giving her choices. So here's a little example, you guys. So a couple weeks ago, we were having breakfast. We were about to have breakfast. And I said, hey, Jasmine, you want some potatoes? And she said yes. So realizing that she loves ketchup with her potatoes, and I had no ketchup. So I was like already in trouble with Jasmine. And so anyway, I continue on with breakfast. I gave her foods. I had like 2 or 3 other foods with her potatoes, and she looked at me and she's beginning to be like that moment when she looks at me now. She looked at me like, where, mommy, where's my potato? Where's my ketchup? And I'm like, oh, we don't have no ketchup. And she just looked at me again, but she didn't say anything. And then she's like, okay. And she continued eating. And then at the end, when she ate everything else but her potatoes, she's like, mommy, I need my ketchup, please. I said, Jasmine, remember I said there's no ketchup, but I want my ketchup. So I was like, okay, I could here's the energy. She wants ketchup. That's the ultimately thing that she wants. Now I could feed into that and it could be a battle, right? But who will win? She will win, right? And then like what would that solve? Nothing. That would be like an hour for a ketchup. So here's the choices. Jasmine, I'm so sorry that I have no ketchup. And you can say as a parent, I'm so sorry. I don't have ketchup. So here's your choices. You either eat the potatoes without the ketchup or you leave it alone. And I walked away. I couldn't produce ketchup, so I'm not going to even go there. And she ate her potatoes without no ketchup. And she was fine, but 6 months ago would have been a struggle. Okay. What I mean is using a reinforced like praise or access to a pretend item. Yes, absolutely. You can purchase a small seat to place over the regular toilet seat. Yes, that's exactly what Jasmine is doing. Jasmine has. Yes. Okay, global development delay is an umbrella term used when children are significantly delayed in the cognitive and physical development. It can be diagnosed with when a child is delayed in one or more milestones, categorized into motor skills, speech, cognitive skills, and social and emotional development. Yes, absolutely. Oh, the magic of choices. Oh, yes. Choices. I've been doing redirecting, putting everything back because at the end of the day, you want your child to be, and I'm being very sensitive of what, because there's so many walks of life. Autism is so broad. She's high functioning. There could be someone who could be low functioning. It's so broad. So I'm going to be very sensitive of what I'm about to say. Whatever your child is in that terminology, definitely give them choices. Definitely give them songs to do, movements, whatever it is, okay? You want your child to be independent the way it looks like, whatever it looks like to them. So, for example, if, here's my prime example of being a teacher. A child a long time ago could not write his name. He was 5 years old in my classroom years ago. He didn't have autism, but, he just didn't know how to write his name at age 5. And I said, okay, write the letter A. The name starts with letter A. We're going to start with letter A. Let's do this way first. And then that was it. That was his work done for for the one day, he was writing his name like this, just the line. The second day, he did this way. The third day, he did that way. And in 3-4 days, he could write the letter A. Whatever his independence was, there was a praise. Okay. All right. So people get upset when you said it's the parent that makes the situation worse. Okay, people get upset when you said it's the parent that makes it. Right. Exactly. You know what? I don't I don't listen to people. I just don't. I listen to my heart. And there's certain things that if I have pictures on Learning with Jasmine. If I listened, then my daughter would not have been able to walk. If I listened, my daughter would have been able to go to school. If I didn't listen, if I would have been like where I am today. I don't listen to people. That's where the stubbornness comes with Jasmine, I guess. I just don't listen to people because at the end of the day, they're not her mom. Like, okay, thank you for the information and walk away. There's something that maybe taken out of there and like, okay, maybe I can use this, but not use that, but I just, mm-mm. So whatever you feel as a parent, do it for your child, advocate for your child. I mean, like, do it with someone. I was watching somebody's broadcast today and someone said, I don't want to say fight, but yes, fight with all your might. Yes, exactly. Because your child is worth it, and if you don't advocate for your child, like who else would actually advocate? So whatever the ability is, someone may have in the wheelchair, but they might have a device that can raise, their arm or their legs. Someone who may not be able to talk, but then the independent might be with a device who can hear from a device words, whatever. Or Jasmine was doing sign language before she was even talking. That was her independence. So whatever the independent look like that's the sensitive part of me talking about independence, whatever that looks like to that child, allow that child to do it, and do it with energy, good positive vibe, because at the end of the day, you want your child to be independent. There's so many people with autism and global delay and mood disorders and whatever the case may be, who is still up and about, and it's just, though, we have to learn about strategies to function or to make it happen or whatever. I have dyslexia and I'm almost 40 years old, and there's strategies I have to do. If not, I will have anxiety. I will literally have anxiety attacks when I'm doing my homework, and I'm almost 40. And so I had to learn those things, and it's okay. They put in labels, and then like, okay, well, that child is not on that scale, and they're lower than that. So I get, and like, okay, there's some things that you may not be able to do, at the very first time, and it's okay too. And so I think that's why it's so important to talk about it and be real. Be real, because at the end of the day, no one's perfect. If they're not on the, if they don't have autism, oh, they're perfect. Nah. There's just challenges and strengths. You put that on the resume. That don't mean that you can't get the job. And that's exactly what it is. This is exactly what this is. This is a um, a real life job. Okay, there's challenges that everyone has. There's strengths that everyone has. Tap into the strengths and tap into the challenges, and there's going to connect. It's going to connect as long as the environment supports that individual. It's going to connect, and that's where I'm in. Okay. Can you give us a little more details about how global delay and autism go together? How do you distinguish the difference? What some tips to working with a child experiencing both? Okay, so I really don't know if there is a all I know for Jasmine is autism and global delay. As far as more details, there's I guess I'm still learning. I'm still learning with that, but I know there is, we have autism and so, wide a spectrum. And then we have global delay. And global delay is basically the environment, that you're in. So the whole child will be, the cognitive, the physical, all that academic. And so now we're going to put the environment, um, the feeling, how they respond to it. So what I have done is, and I don't know the terminologies, and I don't know how to really explain it, but definitely what I know from what I have heard from other specialists who's talked about global delay is basically, you know, how you have your child respond to. So they're feeding off of the energy around, so Jasmine, could say, they could not even say anything, but, if I say, oh, say hi to that person, and they don't, she doesn't, she reacts, she kind of cling on to me. I don't know why, but that's what they're feeding off of. Okay. And so, certain things like that, uh, it could be just the environment that she's in. She does not want to, and she is also shy. That's a personality part. She is also shy. So all those feelings, she has to kind of like warm up to you. So she's very clean at first with me until she opens up and realizes, okay, that person is okay, or I feel comfortable. And that's the environment that she's just in. Okay. So that's basically I can say, but I definitely tap into the emotions more than I guess with the autism, because that kind of helps with both, if that makes sense. So, if I say, how do you feel today? And she might say, I'm happy. Okay, so what do you want to do when you're happy? Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like she just explains to me as the best way that she can. If not, I definitely use pictures, and that's where the social skills and the showing pictures and just understanding about autism is a growing experience for me. So Linda said, let's remember when delays cross both cognitive and physical development is considered a global delay, whether it's with or without autism. Exactly. So not just have to be autism, and then global. She has actually both. So I definitely, like I said, tap into the emotions, how her environment is. And then when I have that, she could have awesome day, I still tap into that because, she still has, her brain moving, and, she's definitely a energetic girl. And so definitely want to make sure that, you know, we talk about, you know, what do you like to do? I gave her basically all the cards, you know, allow her to, you know, think for herself, allow her to make choices. And so she's allowed to make choices. So anyway, I have a few more minutes, but learning with Jasmine, you guys, definitely, you know, if you want to connect in any of the four uh, um, social medias on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. There are videos, there might be articles, there might be just an encouraging word here and there. Oh, thank you so much, Autism And Us. You guys, okay, so we haven't set a date, but I know Autism And Us will be on my show in January, so I can't wait for that. I really want to tap into a little bit about learning with Jasmine. So actually, tomorrow we will have a Learning with Jasmine check-in from 7 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a Zoom link information on my page. I will reboot it tomorrow morning. It's monthly for 30 minutes just to check in and see how everyone is doing. On Monday afternoon-ish, it's 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be a behavioral specialist who will be talking about behaviors. On the 24th, which is Tuesday, on my page at 2:00 p.m. She is a mom who has a child with autism, but she is a good friend of mine, and she has love for homeschool. And I know that we are actually, you know, most of us are at home, whatever school system, but, you know, what's next? You know, how can we still incorporate that learning experience or whatever? And so she is actually going to be talking about curriculum that you can do, activities that you can do with your child at home, you know, and you know, she's really good with activities and learning, you know, with children with autism. That's the end of this month. Each month there's on Learning with Jasmine, there is a theme. There is a theme for each month. And so this month was always about, of course, autism awareness, because it's Jasmine's birthday month. She just turned 9 years old. And so I wanted it to be just nothing but autism awareness. December will be about education. So we will have, but not just education, it would be more like IT and STEM and dance. So these are the three things that, you know, we kind of would like to pour into our children, different type of academics, you know, and for them to not only just work on, you know, therapy or maybe, you know, regular academics, but also maybe, you know, other avenues when it comes down to college or vocational schools or, you know, whatever the case may be. Any type of technology. I found some individuals that I'm definitely going to tap into in January and February. So definitely tune in. But January, I want it to be like a platform of other autism programs, like Autism And Us, and some other people that come on and talk about their programs, because I feel like, you know, of course, my program, my page will not fulfill all of everyone's, you know, needs. So to have Autism And Us and Learning with Jasmine and maybe Autism Speaks and some other people come on, then you guys can definitely have a lot of resources available. So that's what it is. So Learning with Jasmine is definitely a free service, knowing about, you know, just autism and being aware. Thank you. All right, this is great, you guys. I love the questions. Awesome. So any other questions before we go? No more questions? Okay. Oh, hi, Camille. Camille was actually on my page. So on my show last week, I believe, or 2 weeks ago. So definitely tune into that. I think her title was Parent Strategies. So definitely check on that email, that video, Parent Strategies. Just letting you know that learning with Autism is not just about autism, you guys. So for anyone who want to learn about speech delay, speech development, you might want to learn about nutrition. Anybody want to learn about reading comprehension? There's a lot of videos about those according to the specialist and the titles. So yes, check them out, please, and share. It's all about, making it known. I say make a loud noise about autism. Yes. All right. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Colleen, are you in the area? Are you in the USA? Yes, everyone, if you're in the USA, you can definitely call. Maybe I can definitely post, give it to Anita to, I'm not sure if I can I actually post? I have to look at my number. I don't know what number it is. Okay. I'm thinking, okay. Okay, hopefully okay, so here's my information, you guys. So here's my cell, my USA cell for um learning with Jasmine, and then my email for those who are not in the area. Okay, and you always give me an email, shoot me an email, call me. I have actually, when I first started this process, like, oh my goodness, like I need some help. It was a friend of mine who child had autism, and she was like, anytime. So I remembered a few times, I was like, I cannot do this. I'm here for you. Okay. I'm definitely here for you. We definitely need this. We're all in this together. Yes. Yes, you can text me. Yes, you can text me. You can also, this is my work. This is my work email, but yes, you can text me. My work number. Yes. You want to follow up a little more with me? Definitely let me know. Awesome, Colleen. I'll look forward to that.